to have in the end, winning. You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome to the NBA. We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. We've got the Washington Wizards facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. A very special thank you to all those that serve and have sacrificed for our country on this Memorial Day. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And now Washington's starting group. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Washington shooting their first free throws of the night. Good on the second free throw. And late in the year, we hear about teams finding their stride, Chris, and others worrying that they might be peaking too early. Do you give any credence to the idea that a team can peak too early?
It depends on the mentality of a team. If you have a young team and they're excited and every game is a big game and they don't know how to handle winning, then I think you can peak too early. If you're a fine-tuned machine like some veterans, then you're really taking their winning with a grain of salt. You're more so appreciating the culture and the tone that's set there and realizing our tone and our culture is what equals wins, not just the win. So it really depends on how you look at it, and usually veteran teams know how to handle winning more so than younger teams.
Here's Porter. Warriors with the rebound. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
Well, I thought they lacked focus. They took too many unnecessary chances. Just a ton of mistakes all the way around for everyone.
Now here's Green after Gortat's miss. That doesn't go either for Durant.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Shot clock at 6. And he converts the layup. Beal's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, luckily for them, they got one to go there. Now 1 for 4 to begin this one.
Here's Wall. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Oh, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him.
The dish to Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Durant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, the Warriors, this team has one of the most potent offenses ever. Now, a big part of why that is so is because of their passing, their ball movement, their cutting. Everyone on this team can set someone up for an easy finish.
Got that one up quick.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Back to Curry. Takes a 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Morris dishes to Beal. No good with the triple. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Second shot opportunity. And Green puts it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Porter, here we go. And Thompson sends it back. On its way from Curry for 2. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, overall, they played well enough to win, but their energy was just up and down. Too many miscues at key points of the game.
Outside, Green. Thompson for the triple. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Boy, shooting with a lot of confidence from deep. You have to get up on him.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Morris kicks to Scott. Passes it to Satoransky. Can they get it?
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Scott can't get it to go. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A lot of history here with the Wizards and Washington. A lot of great players have worn the jersey, yourself included, Chris. Do you have a favorite Wizard or Bullet player you like to watch?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did. Juwan Howard. I love watching him go to work in that great All-Star season that he had. Wes Unseld, he's had a huge influence on so many bigs. Elvin Hayes, I mean, his name is all over the franchise record book. So many players. John Wall now.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Livingston kicks to Thompson. But they get it back.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And one of the highlights.
And so it's the Golden State. Welcome back. We hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Wizards trail by 8. So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Oubre out there with Scott. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Satoransky in at the point. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall. I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. Thompson in the corner. The tray. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And that's now 9 points for Klay Thompson. And the shot goes down.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Took him no time at all on that one. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Warriors leading by 12. Fires from deep. And no good. And the Wizards now going the other way. Last time they met was in Washington.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Well, you want to be in attack mode, but you also have to gauge how the referees are calling it. They needed to pull back, adjust, but they didn't.
Well, you look around the NBA, and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature, and then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post, you just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
Morris passes to Gortat. Pachulia with the steal. Thompson with it. Now Beal defending. Feeds to Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by West. Thompson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Some changes for Golden State. Bell is checked in for West. Durant comes in for Nick Young. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Wall dishes to Beal. Over Thompson. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 17 now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Wall. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
You know, for a while now, the Wizards have felt that they are just one key piece away from being a major player in the East. And they've yet to find that player in free agency, but to their credit, they've tried a number of times.
Here's Morris. It's blocked. Releases. And the Warriors get it back. Outside Durant. Launches it. Curry can't get it to go.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
And with the Wizards and free agency, they missed out on Durant and Horford, to name a few.
And really, the last major signing they had was Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. Unfortunately, the Wizards have had some bloated contracts on their books.
And Bell kicks to Curry. Lets it go with a three. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Porter passes to Gortat. Wall dishes to Porter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw good. Porter. And Chris, as we know, the Warriors are expected to move over to a brand new arena in San Francisco in the upcoming years. Actually, ground broke in early 2017.
Well, it's always going to be the Bay Area's team, you know, that's for sure. You know, I've seen the renderings of the new stadium, and they look absolutely amazing. We just hope it keeps the same atmosphere and it allows the same fans to come.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And yes, it's good.
He just needs some time to warm up. After a difficult first period, he has turned on the Jets in the second quarter.
Thompson from long range. Durant for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
From deep, Green. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game. And Washington has possession. It's a 16-point game. Warriors death lineup out there with Curry, Clay, Iguodala, KD, and Draymond. That's the Warriors 5.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Back to Curry. For 3, Durant. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Wizards trailed by 14. Beal against Thompson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Chris, power forwards today shoot a lot more three-pointers. If you played today, I think you'd be incredibly effective in that role. How do you think you'd be in that role?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's something I would have definitely had fun and relished in. I did shoot threes a couple of seasons in Washington and was pretty successful at that, but the style of play was just so different then. Big men were asked to stay in the post, and there was a lot more work in the post, a lot more pressure on the big guy to get to the free throw line to wear down the defense. So the whole game was different then. The big man kind of ruled the game. Today it's a point guard's game, and so what's great is I'd have to step out to give the point guard a lot more room to drive, to take a shot blocker away, or because there aren't any shot blockers. And so I definitely would love to hang out in that corner and shoot that easy 3 or at the top after a pick and roll and pop right back. That would have been a lot of fun. Plus, it would give you freedom because when you can shoot that Jimmy like that and you got a nice wet jump shot, it allows that pump fake to work all day. So I would have pump faked a lot from that three-point line and dunked on a lot of people. So that would have been fun to have that freedom as they do today. Just like it's fun watching these young guys let it fly from that three-point line.
John Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. So it's Washington now, down by 15. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Out to Morris. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Launches a 3. Washington with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Morris outside. The Wizards working the ball around now. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Livingston. Green with the block. Durant, the pass to Livingston. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Livingston's got his first points of the night.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Durant. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call. And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
And Washington making a change here. Scott's checked in. And Chris, you were only briefly with the Warriors at the start and the end of your career, but you had plenty of big moments with that club. Any stand out to you as a favorite?
Oh, well, I think the playoffs, you know, almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs. For me, it was something very special. You know, going behind the back on my good friend Sir Charles, of course, is one of the first experiences I had there, and also my first NBA game. I mean, being in front of those crazy fans in Oakland, that atmosphere is unlike any other. And jump ball and winning and scoring my first bucket. You know, so many special moments there. Rookie of the Year, being awarded that with my father at center court there at that arena is something I'll never forget.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. Looney comes in for Andre Iguodala. Young is subbed in for Shaun Livingston. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. The drive by Beal. Pass to Satoransky. And again, Washington with the triple.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 11.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's good on the putback.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Shots good by Durant.
He is a dangerous outside shooter. If you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre.
Well, one thing the Wizards have done a good job of is making use of the corner three. It's the most efficient shot in the game. Wizards make sure they have that as an option on a lot of their sets.
Good on both.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Outside Curry. Fires the three. The putback. And Durant is right there. Durant's got 13 points.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Wizards making a change here. Ball's checked in. And it's Durant missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Oubre. This is to Beal. Left side, Scott. Clock at 6. Meeks can't hit. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Golden State. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Warriors leading by 12. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Jody Meeks. Mike Scott out there with Oubre. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Wall in the point guard position. Meeks inside the three-point line. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his third rebound on the night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did at that time.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Well, Kevin, you know momentum is a fickle thing. Sometimes one simple boost in confidence can change the complexion of an entire game.
And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they have been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Pachulia. Kevin Durant comes in for Bell. And it's Iguodala in for Young. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well we got the pointer calls.
Thank you, David. Curry kicks to Durant. Fires the three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Durant hits them both.
What an advantage for a big man to have that smooth stroke of the line.
Washington calls timeout. And we've seen a few players come into the NBA through different paths. They're playing overseas for a year or spending time in the D-League, now known as the G League. Chris, do you think that these alternative paths to the NBA will ever be as common as the standard collegiate path to the NBA?
Well, I think it can be, only because there's such an international presence in the game, and that now you're starting to find players all over. And the great thing about the NBA is it doesn't matter where you come from. It just matters what type of skill set that you have. So I can see it being other paths to the NBA, but the NCAA is always going to be one, in the fact that guys want to play for their state teams, and that's always going to be fun to watch. But thank God for basketball fans and athletes, there's a lot of paths to the NBA, which is the ultimate if you want to play basketball.
Absolutely.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Oubre kicks to Meeks. Quarter outside. No good on the shot. And Golden State will come the other way. On the pass to Durant. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And the location of that assist is awesome. That was a sweet little pass.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Mike Scott. Markieff Morris comes in for Kelly Oubre. Beal's checked in for Meeks. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. Curry on the wing. Over Wall. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need. You can't find much better shot than that.
Free throw good for Morris. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're leading by 7. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Curry outside, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Wizards trailed by 7.
And at a certain...
Oh!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. On the wing, Iguodala. Back to Durant. And the shot goes down. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deeper hole. Very little time now to climb out.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Morris dishes the Wall. Back to Morris. Nice ball movement by Washington. Wall's shot is off. And here are the Warriors now. They lead by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here we felt it. Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall with another miss. Curry. And the miss. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. A very special thank you to all those that serve and have sacrificed for our country on this Memorial Day. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. A very special thank you to all those that serve and have sacrificed for our country on this Memorial Day. This is Kevin.
Oh, wow. Look out.
It's a beautiful jam.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And this late in the season, Chris, health is a big factor. A lot of players willing to play through injury. Just how common is it for someone to play dinged up in the NBA? Not at 100%.
Well, I think mostly every player is playing dinged up. I think you have so many players that are hurting while they play. But I don't know if you have many that are injured. And so you have to walk that line of distinction in. But it's no way not to have these practices, to go up with this physical play, to exert so much energy every day of your life and not have some war wounds for it. But it's part of the game. Can you maintain it? Can you handle it? Can you tough it out? And can you help your team win a championship? That's what the whole goal is. You can't lay that pass in there any better.
Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against the Boston Celtics. Love can't hit. And here's Cleveland. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. And it's Green missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Smith kicks to Hill. Back to Smith. Clock at 4. And here's Korver from the arc. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Outside Korver. LeBron passes to Clarkson. And stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. LeBron dishes to Smith. James against LeBron. Clock is at 3. Korver kicks to James. Cavaliers with the rebound.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Smith, the pass to Corker. A three-pointer, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
James dishes to Clarkson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the Cavs front office never shy about making bold moves. You think about changing coaches a couple seasons ago, even with the team's record at 30-11.
Well, T. Lue is the answer. They weathered a lot of criticism, part of the responsibility of leadership. You can't always make the popular call. You got to make the right call.
Cleveland moving it around. Here's Hill. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Three-pointer. A putback. Rebounded by Korver. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Celtics in Boston. Pass to Green. Rebound, Love.
Well, I'm sure he thought that was good when they left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
And finished off by LeBron.
Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Here's the three. And it's Green. Missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Jeff Green. He's checked in for Korver. Hood comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Hill. James kicks to Clarkson. Kicks it out to James. Cleveland the rebound. Clarkson passes to Korver. Green inside the three-point line. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. And Jeff Green drops them both.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Here's Clarkson. A beautiful reverse layup. Clarkson's got his first points of the night.
Nice, spicy finish.
Got it!
Did he make it?
He got it!
He hit that?
What a shot! And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back. We hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. The Cavaliers leading by 3. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Thompson. Larry Nance out there with Green. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hood in a 2-guard. Nance, no good.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Well, some big men in the league who are just superb at swatting away balls. Guys that you think right now are the best rim protectors, Chris, in the league.
Well, I think there's three, and it's a no-brainer with these three. I think one of the most intimidating, or the most intimidating, you have to go to DeAndre Jordan. He is the most athletic big man I've ever seen in my time in playing basketball. And with his length and his size, he can get up and block a shot quick. He can even get out there and guard some guards. We've seen him move laterally. Hassan Whiteside, this big fella has really improved his game, is really focused, gotten better in the offseason, and it's not something crazy to see him have a 10-block game. So I love seeing him with Rudy Gobert. We've seen him come on and become that inside dominant force for the Utah Jazz. So those three to me, really don't have one that stands out, but those three to me are the best on the defensive end when we're talking about big man defenders.
The three from Korver. The shot, no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. They double him with Green. Some dishes to Green. And another three for Cleveland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Clarkson. Calderon kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Green. The finish. It's deflected. They retain possession. Here's Clarkson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
And this Cavaliers team, for all its talent, rarely in league history has a superstar yielded so much control as built around LeBron James.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. On the wing, Green drills the three-pointer. Green's got 5 points so far.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
And LeBron not shy about making his voice heard when it comes to moves he feels the Cavs need to make.
He wants to win. His understanding of the game isn't just limited to his part to play, but also the pieces around him as well.
On the wing, Nance. It's stolen by Green. Nance against James. Lets it go from deep. And it's Green missing.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Smith comes in for Clarkson. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Thompson. And James subbed in for Larry Nance. Kicks it out to James. He feeds it to Love. Goes up again. And LeBron with the layup. James has got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
And Love has it in the corner. Outside Korver. Dishes it to Calderon. Great D that time from Love. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And James gets it to go on the assist by Love. LeBron's got 16 points.
That lead's only going to keep going if he keeps shooting like he has so far.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. A different look now for Cleveland. Rodney Hood comes in for Kyle Korver. And George Hills subbed in for Jose Calderon. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Clarkson. Another three for Cleveland.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Smith the pass to Love. And Love throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Cavaliers lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. The Cavaliers trail by 4. LeBron and Love, the two stars at the 4 and the 5. Kyle Korver is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Green in the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Korver with it. Now Smith defending. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Tyronn Lue thrown right into the fire as the head coach of the Cavaliers, and he led them to a title in his rookie year as a head coach.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind, but he's so organized. He knew the changes he wanted to make. Coming in and leading a championship team, he was up for the task.
Hill dishes to James. Oh, took the contact and tried. To throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. And the first one drops. And when you look at the younger generation of players coming in now, Chris, of course, you do the interviews, you see them, you talk to them. Is it easy for you to relate to these younger players?
Yeah, it's definitely easy to relate to them. I think that our generation had a lot of influence on their style, their kind of expression of self, just as the generation before us did. We have that unique bond. I think that's one of the advantages I have, that I've known some of these players since they've been young. I know their habits. I know that they're good kids, good individuals, and they just express themselves differently. You know, do I like the way they come into a game dressed looking like, I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne and Run DMC licks? Nah, I don't like that. But people used to say that about my style and my clothes too, Kevin. I'm sure they did that about you too, you know. So, man, I just love it. I just take it as we have some of the best players that the fans have seen, and I'm just enjoying everything from the wild clothes to the music to their style. But no, it's not hard to relate to them, man, because they're all pretty good people.
Chris, just for the record, they never said that about me. I always...
Yeah, you always set the trend.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Out to Nance. The 11-footer. Thompson passes to Hood. Back to Smith. Outside Hood. Some nice passing by Cleveland here, but they'll get another chance. The dish to Thompson. On the wing, Nance. Goes up again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Nance has got his first 2 points of the night. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Oh, LeBron James is such a devastating finisher around the rim. Cleveland's goal has been to surround him with as many three-point shooters as possible, trying to keep the defense spread out.
From the arc, pass to Calderon. For three, he doesn't hit that one. Cleveland leading by 4. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Jeff Green picks one up. And the old guard used to say that jump shooting teams can't win titles. Chris, that playoff defense was just too tough.
Well, it's a different time. The Cavs win while taking a ton of threes. Still, though, LeBron's interior threat is what creates those open looks.
Clarkson kicks to Thompson. Down low. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Smith outside. Good on the wing. Guarded by Green. Thompson is double. Here's Nance. Nance with another miss. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Clarkson dishes to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
That's tipped. Stolen by Clarkson. And here we go. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Smith kicks to Hood. And Hill has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Clarkson. Makes it off the glass. Clarkson's got 6.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Hill, no good.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really it had the same effect.
And Nance kicks to Green. Back to Nance. There's the triple. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
And guys, they're showing great instincts too, anticipating how the ball was going to come off the boards. Timed it out perfect.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And here are the Cavaliers now. Timeout called the Cavaliers. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
This is a critical timeout for them. They've got to come up with a plan to slow him down right here and right now.
And with Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love, the Cavs have some elite offensive rebounders, able to create extra offensive possessions.
Well, their offensive rebounding rate fell off quite a bit last season, from 9th best to 20th. I mean, they just got smaller without Mozgov and some of the other 7-footers they have, and other teams prepared for them.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
Thank you, David. So on the floor for Cleveland. At the 4, it's LeBron with Love at the 5. A lethal front court pair. Clarkson is out there with Hood. And it's Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Count it.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's LeBron. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
The D has no answer for him inside, and they better figure him out soon if they want to win this.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside, Green. No good with the triple. Well, Cleveland shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Hood, the pass to Hill. Smith outside. Five on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 5. Left side, Love. Outside, Korver. Green kicks to LeBron. Count that one.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
And the rejection by Love. To the left wing. Here's Clarkson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And the rejection by James. They kick it out to Green. The feet to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Hill with it. Smith outside. Love dishes to James. Hood for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. James has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Love. Great D that time from Love.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Here's Korver. And the rejection by Smith. James against LeBron. They get it back. There's the 3. And the dunk by James.
Money. There's shaves a few points off the lead, and the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
And the pass to Clarkson. Off target from three-point range.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, now he's well accustomed to shouldering that scoring load. He's the main reason they're up right now.
Kyle Korver is checked in for Cleveland. Clarkson comes in for Hill.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Oh, it's like he's a magnet to the ball. No matter where he goes, it finds him.
James, the pass to Court. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That one on Love. Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from James.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
And the free throw, no good. Cleveland now, time running out. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. He gets that one.
He could never have enough offense in the low post.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Smith. Back to James. This one for 3. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Yeah, it's tough. Putting in that effort, but then walking away without that W.
He's not the most comfortable shooter from beyond the arc, but he looked in sync that time.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The putback. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
He dishes it to Love. Buries it.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They trail by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument can be made for either case.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. "16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Smith for 3. The 3 won't fall. Shot from the wing. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.